This is Damon Stevens with FinWealth Builders. Today is Wednesday, July 27th, 2022, the stock market update for trades of the day. And boy, what a trade it was in the market. Boy, hopefully you had success in it. Market definitely ended on a huge positive note here with earnings coming out and also the Fed's coming out and meeting expectations on the Fed fund rate. So we're glad to see that. Hopefully that adds some stability to the market and allows us to continue to rally here, at least in the short term. Still looking, August, many times has been a down month. So I'm just wondering, do we get an up month as we finish out the rest of July here this week? And does next month somehow we have another dip coming? Hard to say, but just be careful out there. But for right now, I got to enjoy this bowl. It's been a great trip. So let's kind of get right into it, see what's going on in the market, see how today went and what we can plan for the days coming forward here as we close out this week. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel, FinWealth Live on YouTube and finwealthlive.com for access to our free Discord. So definitely join us. Love to have you part of the community. Love to be able to trade with you and make some money together. Well, looking at the stock market here, you can see Dow Jones closed up 1.37%, NASDAQ up 4.06%, and S&P 500 up 2.62%. So just rocket rides across the board. Tech stocks, we talked about this last night. Money flew out of the tech, flew right back in today. Some huge gains in the tech area. So we expected that. And we talked about that in our video. So hopefully you were able to take advantage of that. Looking at our scanner though, usually when we see a lot of high flying techs and strong markets in other areas, you don't always see anything hit the scanner as far as small caps or things like that. So definitely didn't have any small caps on the docket today. I know they're out there. We did not trade any today. Looking at the futures, the S&P 500 futures right now on the 4-hour chart live right now and after hours. You see, we kind of went up here and spiked this 40-42 level here, pulled back a little bit here onto our support line here, but still holding up there. So definitely we're hitting new highs here in the market after hours. Almost hit the top of this next trend line. You can see that we hit it here and back in July 8th. And so we almost tagged it again tonight. So definitely seeing strength in the market as it stands right now. All right, going over to our market watch. So news. So we went ahead and we had our Fed chair speak, and that helped us, because we did meet expectations there. Thursdays, we're going to Thursday. There's initial jobless claims, continued jobless claims tomorrow. Friday, PCE inflation index and core PCE numbers. This could be another volatile day on Friday. So we could see things wonderful today and turn tomorrow. So just be careful with that. But hopefully we'll finish out the week positive. Right now, things are looking really good. So just be careful though, because sometimes, we have Fed chair speak and things rocket, and the next day they dump. So that's a possibility too, because I see lots of strange things go on when the Fed speak and talk about interest rates, things like that. So, we did have a huge rally. So, and we did close a gap on the main S&P 500 index, which could create a pullback tomorrow because it satisfied one of the numbers. So when it satisfies, it can very likely pull back here a little bit and retrace. So just be aware of that for tomorrow. Looking at the SPY, you can see here on our calls and puts. So this is our call option. So put is basically where they're shorting the market with a contract, and calls are where they're going long on the market on a contract. And this chart here basically shows you, if the market is able to get all its money back or a lot of its money back from selling contracts, what's that price? And right now it's 390, and we're just hit that 400 mark. So right now the market's in a good place to collect money from everybody and basically close out these contracts worthless at the end of the week. And you can see we have a huge contracts here at 370, a huge group of them. And you can see the ratio right now. There's 2.5 people shorting this market versus going long. So today you can only imagine what today looked for those people who are short of the market when the market just rallied. So obviously tomorrow and the rest of this week, they're going to be hoping the next 2 days the market starts to pull back at least 10 points. you know, to come back here in this range here, 390 is where they'd want to see it, and come back even lower if they can. That would shut out obviously these people who have calls at 411 and higher, but yeah, we're kind of right in the middle, which is normal. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, right now, all these a lot of these options here for these people shorting, if we close high this week, are going to lose their money on contracts that they don't, on any contracts they don't exercise. Looking at earnings, so big earning day today. Meta's pulling back after hours. So Qualcomm, a lot of these I did not trade, but definitely I'm watching for tomorrow morning for possible trade. On the open tomorrow, we have Pfizer, we have Valero, Southwest, MasterCard, which you know, they came out with a ruling that the government's going to make it so that you can basically use anything outside MasterCard or Visa, which really pulled their stock down a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see if the market's still down on these MasterCard and Visa tomorrow. After the close tomorrow, Apple, Amazon, Roku, Intel, some biggies. So depending on what their reporting is, you know, again, the market could still change a little bit right now. Very bullish right now on what's come out. But we'll see if that lasts. But right now we're hitting some good key critical levels, resistance levels. So if we break through them, we got some more highs on the side on the market. Google sitting here in this channel, right, back and forth, hit the bottom, which is a good place to buy. Sell at the top, buy at the bottom on a channel. So you can see you could have bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. And so you could have bought here and sold up here. We're, you know, almost to our trend line here. And we're tagged the 100-day moving average. So, you know, this is an area to start looking at, possibly selling, possibly if you're wanting to cash in some profits here, not really ride this to the top. Doesn't always go to the top, but it's been doing that lately. Microsoft, nice channel here. Again, great opportunities for scalping. Buy the bottom, sell the top. You can short if you want to down to the bottom as well, but you see here we put a double top in before coming down. But we're at the top again. So either Microsoft's got to break out and, you know, really get above 272 to rally up here, or we're going to be stuck in this range here and probably come back down again. Meta, it's coming down. You see here we're in this little tight channel, so it's in a channel as well. It's kind of right towards the middle bottom area, so not a good place for buying or selling right now, but definitely could reach there by morning. Looking at Chipotle. Chipotle had earnings yesterday. Boom, went up like a rocket. Came back, retested a little bit, about halfway, which is normal. And then boom again up to the top. So hopefully grab some of this if you got some Chipotle, because this one just gave you 2 rocket rides in 2 days, which is awesome. Netflix, kind of in this little channel here, we talked about, you know, this could be flattened out here and come back down. It looks like that's what it's doing. Could be a bull flag too. Could be building up energy to break out and try to attempt to break out. We'll see what happens, but not a real impulsive breakout. So just a little cautious on that one. Amazon, same thing in this little channel here, pulled back here, found support, trying to bounce off here and run. Apple, after this pull down, kind of climbed up here, hit our bands here and kind of flattening out. See this little channel right now. So we got to, if we break down below this 151.74 area, look for, you know, a pullback and a short for me. If we can break above it, then we can break out through these deviation bands and possibly, you know, start to run to new highs here above 161. NVIDIA kind of stuck in this little channel here as we were before. So kind of indecisive where it wants to go. We've got to break out above, you know, this 179 area, or if we come down below this 169 area, we could break down to lows again. Tesla is in here right at the top on that 200-day moving average. If we break up here, you know, look for a try of 863 and up to 900 after that. If not, we might be stuck in this little range here, which would pull us back down to you know, this you know, under 992 area, maybe even a little bit lower. Meta, it's been in this little channel, upwards facing channel. We're down towards the bottom. We hit the bottom. Now we're back up here about halfway through this candle. So not a good place for buying or selling right now, in my mind. We do have support here at this last candle here. So it's a possibility that it could bounce off of here, but just going to kind of wait here on that one. RK, talked about this. We finally, for the first time, broke below our trend line. We got back above it today. So thank goodness. So now we just see if we can kind of just continue to grind slowly up here and eventually hopefully break out. A dollar sitting here flat, actually kind of creating this little tight little channel here. I'll adjust this so you can see it. We're just kind of going back and forth here, trying to build some energy. So this is gold. So gold, when the dollar pulls back, allows gold to rally. So gold's up at the 20 days. So looking to break out above that 20-day moving average, hopefully run up here to our next support level around 1750. US oil, kind of flat, sitting under the 20-day still. We kind of got a little bit of a channel here going as well. So we got to break above that if we want to start to rally here. All right, so let's get the next one. VIX, the VIX pulling back here. It kind of spiked up and then pulled back. As long as it stays here in this range or down below, we can continue to rally here. On a weekly chart, you can see here still at the lows towards the support line, so that's good. We need VIX to stay there. S&P 500 4-hour chart broke through resistance, just barely above it, sitting right on it. So if we break above this, we can probably run to 407 or 412. If we hit the top of this band at 417 for a real rocket right here if we get it. On a daily chart, we're not quite the deviation bands, but we're above the 50-day moving average. So finding good support there. Weekly chart, talked about climbing this great breakdown candle. We're climbing it. We're about halfway through it. It may come up to 3/4 or 2/3 of it before we stop. So just kind of keep an eye on that. Triple Qs, and this nice little channel up towards the upper part of this channel. You can see we're kind of flat across the board with these. So we'll see if we can hold that area, see if we can break out above that. But right now, it looks like a little bit of resistance there. Semiconductors, a little bull flag here. So it came up, kind of building strength here to break out. IWM kind of trending upwards, looking for a breakout. XLF, so financials, you see financials pull back here, almost like a little double bottom here and kind of flattened out here. So not a lot of movement on that. So we definitely need to keep an eye on that. Healthcare sector, we have this little V shape and then a pullback here. Still looking for a breakout above this 132 level to continue rallying up here. XLE, energy sector, continue to climb. It wants to get back up above these moving averages and climb back to the highs again. Bitcoin kind of in this little, sideways action here, pulling back here, trying to get some strength to make a breakout here. So that's our stocks, our cryptos. Definitely continue to join us and we'll check tomorrow, see how your trades went for the day. Definitely get on this Discord and join it so you can see our numbers posted. We tell you kind of basically what we're trading, when we're getting in, when we're getting out. So full disclosure on what we're playing on tomorrow. So definitely join us and we'll talk tomorrow night, see how things went and plan out the rest of this week as we bring this week to a close. See if we can close here on the highs. Everybody have a great night.